The stockings hung by the fireplace with care. And hopefully you can hear me and see me, okay? If you didn't catch my last one, it was about imposter syndrome. So just scroll through my newsfeed or check your inbox if you're on my email list because I sent you a link. So once again, we've got a lot to cover today. So let me know if you can hear and see me by dropping a hashtag live or hashtag replay in the comments below. I just want to make sure Facebook isn't pulling anything wonky. It's been known. And of course, if you have any questions or anything during this broadcast, just drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to join us after in my free Facebook group for Wordy Mamas for the post live stream thread where we're going to hash it all out. And don't worry, if you're not a member of the group, just search Facebook for Wordy Mama for Freelance Copywriting Moms. That's the full name of the group, and request to join. So this morning, I want to talk about something that way too many wordy mamas get stuck in, okay? If you're not familiar with what I mean about wordy mamas, a wordy mama is a woman or a mom who loves to write. You've always been that kind of person that people say is good with words and you really enjoy communicating, and like writing is like your thing. You love it. Now, let me grab my notes here. So you're probably watching this right now because you want to make some extra money to help support your family, and because you love to write, you're kind of intrigued by the idea of freelance copywriting. You think that this could be for you, but you're not sure how to get started. Or maybe you have started and you've worked with some clients here and there, but you're struggling with trying to actually create some kind of consistent income. There are a couple of things that happen when you find yourself in that situation, when you find yourself feeling stuck. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What to do if you feel stuck and you're not sure how to get something started with your freelance copywriting business, or how to get to the next level with your freelance copywriting business. So in this video, I'm going to break down three common responses that freelance copywriting mamas have to getting stuck. I'll tell you what happens when you try those three responses so you can identify whether you're in one of these loops. Then I'm going to reveal what causes this. And the crazy thing is, it's not what you might think. And because it's not what you might think, the solution just might surprise you. So there's three things freelance copywriting mamas commonly do when they feel like they're not making progress and they're not sure what to do next. They're stuck, and that's a tough place to be in, okay? The problem is, if you stay stuck, you won't move forward and nothing will change. And actually, that's the first common response to being stuck. You don't know what to do and you're overwhelmed, so you do nothing. Now, I have to admit, out of these three responses, I am probably the most likely to do this one, or at least past me was more likely to do this one. I don't like feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. I like to do things I'm already good at because I'm a covering perfectionist. I'm still in recovery. So when I get stuck, at least in the past, if I didn't know what to do, I would just back off and go back to something I already knew. Now that can work sometimes if you have something to go back to, or if you really enjoyed a job that you had. But there came a point in my journey where I couldn't go back because back no longer existed. So I got a phone call out of the blue one day, and during that short little 5-minute phone call, I learned that the client that brought in 80% of our income in the graphic design business we ran in the livestock industry was retiring effective immediately, 80%. And I had just retired my husband from his job to work with me inside that business. And we had just decided to homeschool our kids. There was no going back. There was no back to go to. But I also didn't know how to move forward either. So I went looking for places where I could find other people I could learn from. And that's what you're doing right now. You're looking for people that you can learn from and ask questions of and figure out the right steps forward. And I just want to let you know that you're in the right place. Your trust here with me is not misplaced. If you're a mom who loves to write and you want to find a way to generate consistent income from anywhere without sacrificing your family or your freedom and flexibility, and you want to learn from another mom who's been there and done that and built a multi-6-figure copywriting business serving clients, then this is the place for you. You are in the right spot, okay? You don't have to stay stuck in your current situation, feeling like you don't have any options, because you do. So let's just get that response and let it go by the wayside right now, okay? Let's just determine we are not going to do that. We're not going to settle for just staying stuck? Comment below, I will not stay stuck, if you are willing to commit to that, okay? Because here's what happens if you do nothing. If you never do anything different, you'll never get a different result. You have to do something different if you don't want to keep struggling financially or leaving your kids at daycare to go work a job you don't love. All right, let's move on to response number 2. The second common response freelance copywriting moms often have when they feel stuck and they're not sure what steps to take to get started in the right direction is dive into learning mode. We go join Google Academy or enroll in YouTube University. We start following anyone and everyone we can that we think we could learn from. We can convince ourselves that if we just knew more, the way would be clear. We suddenly have this epiphany of exactly what to do, and the problem would be solved. And if you approach learning as the precursor to taking action, and you actually take action on what you're learning, then learning can be effective in helping boost you out of Stucksville. But many times, that's not what happens. Because once you become a student of Google Academy and YouTube University, you're surrounded by so much information that it seems like there's always something else you need to know before getting started. And good luck, because YouTube University and Google Academy are rabbit holes that branch off into a million different trails. The information is plentiful, yes, but how do you know what's trustworthy and proven and what's not? It's like flavor of the day on there, and you end up confused and overwhelmed by information overload. So you just keep learning and learning and learning and telling yourself that until you know more, you shouldn't take action, and you end up getting sidetracked by the new latest thing, and your eye gets caught by all these shiny objects like courses and trainings and webinars, and before you know it, months and weeks have gone by and you know a lot of stuff, but you haven't done any of it. Now, don't get me wrong. Learning is important. I'm not saying learning is bad. In fact, it's necessary. But learning on its own isn't enough. Learning has to be combined with action, because without action, it's just information, not knowledge. And information alone cannot pay your bills, so you have to take action. But sometimes we take action on the wrong things. Let's ease into number 3. Okay, the third response to being stuck that just plain doesn't work is focusing only on growing your copywriting skills. This is a super easy one to fall into. After all, this is the thing you're building your business around, right? And you want to be really good so you can get results for clients and you can get paid and get referrals. And if you start listening to all the gurus out there, you'll be copying other people's sales letters and practicing headline formulas and blog articles and ad copy all the live long day. Now, is it important to hone your skills? Yeah. Do you want to be good at copywriting? Yeah. The better you are, the more you can get paid. But if you want to generate income consistently and land clients day after day, week after week, month after month, you need more than just good copywriting skills. It's not enough to just be a good copywriter. If you put all your time and attention and focus on copying people's sales letters, you'll end up with really good penmanship, but not a whole lot else, right? Plus, copying other people's sales letters is a way to grow your skill set. It's not really going to teach you what works or how to use your critical thinking skills to create results for your own clients and their unique offers, right? It's not going to teach you how to do it for yourself. It seems like a good idea, and like really dialing in on your skills would help you land more copies, more clients, but actually going overboard on it actually keeps you held back, okay? Because you need more than that. Plus, copying other people's sales letters isn't really going to help you grow your skill set because it doesn't teach you how to use your own critical thinking skills to get results for your clients and their unique offers. It seems like a good idea and like it could result in more clients, but focusing only on your copywriting skills will only keep you more stuck because you also need client acquisition skills and lead generation skills and project management skills to run a real sustainable business. So what should you do if you feel like you're stuck or stuck at the very beginning with no idea how to start? Well, I'm going to tell you, but you might be like, what, Kristen, I didn't see that coming. Hang in there. It'll make sense. So here's the important thing you need to understand. You can't get unstuck and make progress like you want to if you don't have any clarity on where you want to go. When my husband and I were newlyweds, we weren't super smart about traveling during the snow. There was a huge blizzard right before Christmas, and we had just spent the evening at my parents' house playing games. And the wind started to pick up, and we thought, oh, we better get home before it's a whiteout. You know, you live in Iowa, you learn these things. My parents only lived 3 miles away, so we didn't really think it was that big of a deal. We had a 4-wheel drive pickup, and we knew where home was. It wasn't that far, right? We did okay on the highway because we could see where the plow had been and stay between the lanes. But once we turned off onto our gravel road, things got a little dicey. The plows had not yet been out, and you couldn't even see a foot in front of you. My poor husband was driving on the wrong side of the road with his door open, leaning over so he could see the grass line where the road met the ditch, so we didn't end up in the ditch. But guess what? We ended up in the ditch. We drove across a driveway, which meant the grass line went away for a little bit, and we just drove straight into the ditch on the other side. We had to call my dad to bring the backhoe, God bless being a farmer's daughter, and to come pull us out. He led us the rest of the way home. Now, when we couldn't see and our view was blocked by snow, we didn't have the clarity we needed to get ourselves home. We could have easily wandered around for miles and hours just in the snow. We couldn't see a thing, or sat there in the ditch and frozen to death. Now, hopefully you're not in danger of freezing to death, but I certainly hope that you're not anyway. But if you have no clarity on the path in front of you, you could end up wandering around for ages and never actually get out of being stuck. That's why the best thing you can do when you feel stuck is to stop and get clear. Now, I know what you're thinking right now, but Krista, I thought you said we shouldn't do nothing. You said to take action. Well, hang in there. I'm not contradicting myself. It does no one any good, though, to take aimless action, right? Stopping and getting clear doesn't mean you're stopping everything. What you want to do is you want to take a step back so you can clear the way to move forward. And you're going to go through a very specific process in order to do that so you can start getting the results you want. Because getting clear, that's actually an acronym, okay? CLEAR. When I say clear, I'm talking about 5 simple steps that will move you out of Stucksville and into action that will work. So let's break it down. C is for calling. If you feel stuck, go back to your calling. Identify why you wanted to be a freelance copywriter in the first place and what about it appeals to you. Remind yourself what it is you love and what motivates you to keep going. Next up is L. L is for limiting beliefs. So limiting beliefs are going to stop you in your tracks every single time. If you really want to be able to move forward, you've got to push those babies out of the way and replace them with truth statements. When you call something out, it loses its power over you and shrinks down to size. So refuse to let lies and limiting beliefs keep you stuck by ditching them now. E is for engineer your business by design. You want to get clear on your calling and banish your limiting beliefs, and now you can get down to the nitty-gritty of figuring out what you actually want your business to look like. Obviously, if you feel stuck, it's not looking how you want it to. So this step will help you work towards an achievable goal and keep you from floundering. Don't worry, you don't have to know every single thing about what your future business will look like right this second. But it is good to have a framework, a few steps ahead, even if it's not your ultimate end goal. So what should you focus on when it comes to your business by design? Well, you need to start creating some guidelines for how much time you want to spend working, what types of copywriting services you want to offer, and what industries or specialties appeal to you. All right, A. A is for avatar. I feel like a Dr. Seuss book right now. Avatar is just another fancy word for your ideal client. Who is the person you want to serve? Find out what problems they have, what types of businesses they're in, what are they trying right now in order to solve their problems. When you get really clear on your ideal client, it's much easier to go out there and find them and connect with them, because you can get very specific on how you represent yourself and what you communicate online about what you do and who you serve and the results that you can get for them. And that's like a magnet. Now, finally, the R in clear is for rates. What do you want to charge? Now, trust me, you want to think about this before you go into the discovery call. So if you really don't know what you want to charge, that can hold you back and keep you feeling kind of off balance and uncertain, and it shows up in how confident you are on that call. And even if you're brand new and you've been serving clients and you already have rates, if you're stuck, getting clear on your rates can really help, because many times not charging enough is part of the reason why you're feeling stuck, or the whole reason. And when you get clear, the way opens up in front of you. You're able to push past all the junk of your limiting beliefs and dial in on what you want your business to look like, who you want to serve, and how to talk about them in the way that you want to, okay? How to reach them. You'll be able to stop wandering around directionless in the snowstorm and have that motivation in front of you and the direction and clarity you need to take action. And it's going to start moving the needle for your business. So if you're feeling stuck, try the clear method. It really will help you shake yourself out of the stuck zone and be able to take your next steps to the next level. So thanks so much for joining me on this live today. And don't forget about the live stream club over in my free Facebook group. The name of that group is Wordy Mama for Freelance Copywriting Moms. If you're not a member yet, just put that in the search on Facebook and request to join, and we'll let you right in. So I'll be over there in about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a few to glance through anything in the comments so that I know what needs to be addressed when we get over there. And I'll be starting a post where we'll have some discussion about this live stream and about the clear method. So just look for the post titled Get Clear. I'll see you guys over there.